with the WSIB and Ontario Compensation Union were scheduled to meet face-to-face today to kick off a new round of talks. But the union says the management team ghosted them at the last minute. They'll try again tomorrow morning. 3,600 case managers, nurses, and health specialists at the WSIB have been off the job since last Thursday. The board says it's still operating, but has warned people to expect longer wait times over the phone, as well as slower responses to non-urgent cases. I'm Charlene Close.
The Ford government will be amending its controversial Bill 5, but the opposition says the changes don't go far enough. Here's 680's Queen's Park reporter Richard Seven.
The aim of the legislation, the government says, is to speed up mining efforts in Northern Ontario. To do it, though, it would create so-called special economic zones inside of which companies would be exempt from all laws. It would also dismantle many environmental laws. Indigenous leaders have spoke out about it. Premier Ford, though, says he's pushing ahead with the bill.
There's a lot of First Nations communities want to move forward. There's other ones we want to sit down and discuss, so that's exactly what we're going to do.
The government speeding the bill through. Minister of Indigenous Affairs Greg Rickford.
We're all very hopeful.
Why not pump the brakes, bring committee hearings to Northern Ontario on this, instead of ramming it through right now?
First of all, the committee hearings are not consultation.
The government amended the bill today, allowing the creation of so-called Indigenous-led economic zones, but it's not good enough for Green Leader Mike Schreiner.
The government just needs to shelf Bill 5. First Nations have been very clear.
Richard Southern, Queen's Park.
Road to the Stanley Cup. The Florida Panthers have another opportunity tonight to reach the Stanley Cup final for a third straight year. 680's Alex 6-0 looks ahead to Game 5 in Carolina.
The Panthers will get some reinforcements back for tonight's game at Lenovo Center with Sam Reinhart, Nico Mikkola, and A.J. Greer all returning. Reinhart had missed the last two games, while Mikkola and Greer sat out game number 4. The Hurricanes were able to keep their season alive with a 3-0 win in Game 4 and return to home ice trying to force game number 6, while the Panthers have never lost the series when leading 3-1. And if they win tonight, they'll become just the 9th team in NHL history to reach the Stanley Cup final in 3 straight years. All the action on Sportsnet gets going at 8 o'clock. From the Sports Center, I'm Alex 6-0. 680 News Time 509.
This portion of 680 News Radio is brought to you by Chanday Debt Solutions.
Do you feel like your debt is out of control? You make payments month after month, yet your debt grows larger and larger. I'm Mike Chanday, a licensed insolvency trustee. I can help you break the chains of debt and be debt-free. Book a free consultation at chanday.ca. Chanday, C-H-A-N-D-E.
Now, the 680 News Radio gas price update. Enpro predicts the price will drop 1 cent at midnight to $1.34.9 a liter. In 60 seconds, traffic and weather together, including southbound 400 approaching Finch. The left lane is blocked.
680 News Time 510.
What will the tariffs do to the price of engagement rings?
Those tariffs will have zero impact on the prices of spend.
Zero?
We pay Canadian workers to manufacture all our engagement rings right here in Canada. Always have, always will.
Our state-of-the-art manufacturing facilities are superior to what you'll find in any other country.
Hell yes.
This will not be raising its prices.
I've never been more proud to be Canadian.
Across from Scarborough Town Center, near Square One in Mississauga, and next to Colossus Theater in Vaughan.
Have you ever waterproofed your basement? Don't wait until it's too late. Get a free consultation and protect yourself with the right solution, whether it be from the inside or out. Call RCC, the most trusted name in waterproofing for over 100 years.
Clean your rugs with Love Your Rug. Whether it's machine, handmade, or acrylic, we clean each rug differently. Let us do the heavy lifting as we provide free pickup and delivery. Love Your Rug. We put our heart into it. It's time to love your rug.
680 News Time 511.
Time for Rogers Xfinity Internet traffic and weather together on the ones brought to you by Foodlands. In the 680 traffic, cruiser Kyle Hawking.
Crews are still working on this vehicle in the ditch near Pearson Airport on the eastbound 401. The transfer that leads into the collector lane south of Pearson. Right lane is still blocked on that transfer. The vehicle has been removed from the ditch, but it hasn't been removed from the highway yet, so watch if you're taking the transfer there. Volume, though, on the East 401 from Mavis through to Victoria Park and the Express and to Kennedy Collectors is a long, slow drive. And same into Durham region, east to Port Union, alternately Express and Collectors, 2 approaching Harmony. Delays on the West 401 from west to Brock Street to Salem, approaching Kennedy, alternately Express and Collectors, through to the 420.
Slows again east of Winston Churchill to Dixie, and a backup eastbound Gardner from Islington and the Express to Dublin. Northbound of the 400 at Exeter, the right lane is blocked with a collision. Delays northbound 400 from Shepherd to Langstaff, and just north of Teston to north of King Road. And a heavy backup now as you approach Mapleview to Essex. On City Street, at Black Creek Drive in Lawrence, there's a collision at this intersection. Northbound traffic and westbound traffic is reduced to 1 lane, but major delays around this whole area. At Foodland, see what the locals have picked for you, like 100% Canadian beef burgers made fresh in store. Our finds, your new favorites. And with the forecast, here's Denise Andriachi. It is cool and it's unsettled. The cold spot in the province is the Burlington Skyway at just 10 degrees. So we are definitely below seasonal. There's a lot of heat in northern Ontario. We're not tapping into that. It's only 13 at Pearson. Scattered rain showers take us through the rest of tonight. Overnight, early tomorrow, fog, mist, and drizzle. We will dry up Thursday, mid to late morning. And for the afternoon, we'll have a few sunny breaks, but the clouds will definitely dominate to start. Highs tomorrow near 18. Our low for tonight, 12 degrees.
680 Nissan 514.
Whether you've recently moved into a new home, expanded your business, acquired new farm equipment, or grown your family, you can count on Wawanesa to be there for you. As a proudly Canadian mutual insurer since 1896, we've always... Mark Harney now has his first question period under his belt. He fielded questions from the opposition today, the day after King Charles took the throne speech. Now notably absent, Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre, who does not have a seat. Also in Ottawa today, Mayor Olivia Chow, she's on Parliament Hill, wish list in hand. This afternoon, Chow participating in a meeting with the Housing, Infrastructure and Communities Minister. And Canada Post presenting its final offer to the union representing thousands of workers today. One part that remains unchanged is a plan to hire part-timers to work weekends, which has been a main sticking point for Cup W.
Time for sports.
And from Sportsnet 590 The Fan, here's Alex Pixero.
All right, Lauren, we'll start with some baseball. The Jays down in Arlington tonight for the rubber game against the Texas Rangers. Just got the lineup, and it looks a bit different. A rare day off for Bo Bichette, so Dalton Varsho is leading off, and Anthony Santander will bat second. He is the designated hitter. Jays go with Paxton Schultz. The Rangers reply with Tyler Malley, 8 p.m. Sportsnet 1 at 590. Florida Panthers have another chance to reach a third straight Stanley Cup Finals. They're in Carolina for game number 5. Sportsnet has the game at 8. Meantime, the season is over for Oilers forward Zach Hyman. He'll have wrist surgery tomorrow. Oilers lead Dallas 3-1 with game 5 tomorrow. Game night at the Memorial Cup. The winner will get London in Friday's semifinal. Loser goes home. Moncton and Rimouski get going at 7. It is game night at BMO Field. Toronto FC will host the East-leading Philadelphia Union. CFC sitting 8 points out of a playoff spot. The Union unbeaten in their last 9. Kickoff 7:30. Sportsnet 360 has some NBA playoff action tonight. Minnesota in OKC for Game 5 of the Western Conference Finals. The Thunder a win away from advancing to the finals. Tip-off 8:30. And another win today for Burlington's Victoria Mboko. The 18-year-old is off to round 3 at the French Open after a 6-4, 6-4 win over Eva Lee. Next up for Mboko, Olympic gold medalist Jane Kin Win. Sports is 15 at 45 past every hour or anytime at sportsnet.ca.
680 News Time 517.
1877 cars for kids. KARS cars for kids. 1877 cars for kids. Donate your car today.
Donate online at carsforkids.ca. That's cars with a K. Pickup is quick and easy. You'll benefit a child and get a maximum tax credit.
1877 cars for kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today, and your car can be gone tomorrow.
I started selling Nissans over 30 years ago, barely speaking English. No shortcuts, just hustle. One car, one customer at a time. I know what it takes to build something real. And at Direct Nissan, you are not just a number. Sure, you can buy a Nissan anywhere. Or you can buy it from the guy on the radio who's been doing it longer than just about anyone. I am Greg Carrasco, managing partner at Direct Nissan, the original Nissan guy. When you think Nissan, think directnissan.ca. Direct!
680 680 News Time 5:18. A Minnesota judge has sentenced a man to a decade in prison in a human smuggling case that led to a family freezing to death just meters from the Canada-U.S. border. In addition, the man's co-accused was also sentenced to 6.5 years for his role in the operation. A jury convicted the two men last fall on 4 charges related to bringing people illegally into the United States from Canada. During one operation in 2022, a couple from India and their 2 children were sent walking across the border in an overnight blizzard. Their bodies were later found in a field near the Manitoba-U.S. border. 680 News Time 5:19. Well, most would agree this less than ideal spring has worn out its welcome, and thoughts are now turning to what the incoming summer will bring. 680's Alex Bloomfield is talking to the experts.
The top-line summary of the Weather Network's summer forecast for southern Ontario is above average heat and humidity, and climatologist Doug Gillum says we should see a flip to that pattern as early as next week.
Summer weather will show up. Summer is coming.
It has many park goers rejoicing, especially after last year's very wet and cool summer.
We're Torontonians. It's a very short, happy, hot season, so if we get a longer one this year, I'm all for it.
As for what we might see when it comes to rain,
Don't expect it to be nearly as wet as last summer, but we don't think drought will be a problem.
some parts of Canada will see extreme heat this summer, including the southern prairies, according to this outlook. In High Park, I'm Alex Bloomfield.
680 News Time 5:20.
It's time to spring into savings at Aaronwood Ford. Come see what all the buzz is about. 0% financing. Rebates up to $11 grand. 2025 escapes from $79 a week and more. Aaronwood has all the vehicles you want to drive to make this summer the best ever. Don't pay more at some other Ford store. Come feel the love at Canada's favorite Ford store. And remember, we'll buy your car even if you don't buy ours. Spring into savings at AaronwoodFord.com.
Hello again. It's Daryl Hayashi, the former tax auditor. Are you behind in your personal or corporate tax filings? Don't feel ashamed or scared. There are more important things in life to worry about. Let me help you put these problems behind you. Call me at 416-751-TAX7. That's 416-751-TAX7. Or email me at dhayashi@rogers.com. That's DHAYASHI@rogers.com.
680 News Time 5:21. Time for Rogers Xfinity Internet Traffic and Weather Together on the Ones. Brought to you by Riverdale R-Walk in the 680 Traffic Cruiser. Kyle Hawking.
Well, the rain that's falling is not all that heavy in most areas, but it is certainly slowing your drive. We've still got the vehicle being removed from the ditch on the eastbound 401. It's on the transfer from the express into the collectors south of Pearson, where the right lane is still blocked. I think they actually already have the vehicle back on the road, but crews are still working on getting it hooked up to a tow. And the East 401 is busy from Mavis through to Victoria Park in the express to Kennedy collectors, so busier than usual across Toronto. And same into Durham region from east to Port Union express and collectors to approaching Harmony. Slow on the West 401 from west to Brock Street to Salem, west of McCowan, alternately express and collectors to